Hi everybody, I'm Juanta Kaufman and welcome to Warren Biz, the show that keeps you in the loop on Warren's economic boom. Listen closely and maybe you can get a piece of the action. Let's get right to it. The president's proposed budget for the fiscal year 2013 could eliminate 1/3 of the Michigan National Guard. The Dodge Dart has a starting price tag just under $16,000. The Durango spices up the showroom floor at the auto show. With a reputation for towing, it's still a family vehicle. Adam Bullis has more. Many Warren residents consider it one of the city's hidden gems, the Friends of the Warren Public Library bookstore. It's open every week at the old firehouse on Beebe Street. TV Warren's Kristen Skladd has more on the history of the bookstore. There are always pets in need of a new home, and this week's Pet of the Week will introduce you to Daisy, a pup looking for a new family. October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. In honor of this, the mayor's office is partnering with Turning Point of Macomb County to bring awareness and support to survivors. Kristen Skladd has more. And the City of Warren and Macomb Community College Job Fair turned out to be a job seeker's dreamland. Thousands of job seekers came. In this week's Dollars and Cents wrap-up, the foreclosure epidemic has hit hard-working Americans right where it hurts, in the pocketbooks. The White House administration has a plan to keep homeowners in their homes and get lower interest rates. Let's take a look. And I'm Juanta Kaufman. Owen Jacks Recreational Center opened its door to the public with a special ribbon cutting, revealing a newly renovated gym and a playground. Here's TV Warren's Kristen Skladd.
3, 2, 1, let's open G-Spell.
It was all pomp and circumstance at the grand opening of the new Ground Systems Power and Energy Laboratory. This new 30,000 square feet complex, also called G-Spell. This 8-in-1 laboratory is the latest addition to TARDEC and is pegged as the Army's cornerstone of power and energy initiatives, helping our troops become more energy efficient and helping our nation in energy security. The doors of the G-Spell complex are officially open, so we took a tour of all 8 laboratories to see how in-depth the Army's strong efforts go at optimizing energy. The Power and Energy Vehicle Environmental Lab is the centerpiece of G-Spell and one of the world's largest environmental chambers. This lab can simulate heat from the desert and cold from the Antarctica and go from one extreme to the next in a matter of minutes. Senator Carl Levin helped secure almost $25 million in defense and military construction appropriation funds for the completion of G-Spell.
We have lost troops protecting convoys of fuel. We're trying to produce vehicles that use less fuel. We're going to produce better fuels. We're going to do it all here at the world's best integrated facility for the development and testing for advanced fuels and the technologies which will create them.
Soldiers carry over 400 pounds of batteries for a 72-hour mission and more than that in fuel. Microgrid installations in Afghanistan will eliminate some of that, as well as some of the testing done here at G-Spell. The Energy Storage Lab tests batteries in explosion-proof chambers.
A typical liquid-filled lead-acid battery like you find in most cars, you can only technically recharge it from dead to back to life about 5 or 6 times. I have batteries here that have done 1,500 cycles.
And 95% of military fleets use these high-capacity batteries. This ground combat vehicle and its technology is from the 1980s. But with all of the work going on inside of the G-Spell complex and all 8 of its laboratories, it could be updated and as modern as some of the latest technology. The Ground Systems Power and Energy Laboratory welcomes industry and academia to access their labs and exchange information and ideas. If your school or company is interested in testing in the G-Spell labs, contact TARDEC through the Ground Vehicle Gateway at groundvehiclegateway.com. I'm Juanta Kaufman for Warren Biz. Selling your home isn't the easiest thing to do in this economy, especially when thieves come in and rip your home of all the copper plumbing. But unfortunately, the Clausens had to learn this lesson the hard way. It's a buyer's market, and there are a handful of vacant homes on Roan Street, but the Clausens have the only home with a for sale sign in the front yard. Normally that sign and a lockbox tells a buyer the home is ready for a showing, but in this case, it seems it was also a sign that the home was vacant and an easy target for thieves.
On Saturday, a different agent had come to do a showing. And when they did, discovered the lockbox was missing off the door, knocked on the door thinking perhaps he had gotten mistaken information that there wasn't a lockbox. When he did, the door was not shut completely all the way and the door began to push open.
The Clausen showed up to find no signs of forced entry, just an open door and a missing lockbox, and the costly discovery that the copper plumbing was stripped, and they are now facing thousands of dollars in repairs.
When I got to the top of the stairs, I saw all of the ceiling tiles laying on the floor and knew when I went downstairs that it was going to just be continuing.
And it did continue. The crooks were even crafty enough to use the ceiling tile to block the basement windows from the inside so no one could catch them in the act.
They obviously took the easy to access parts. There's a lot more in this room over here, as you'll see. I'll show you over here.
They accessed. They took all of the copper plumbing out from here and then went into our furnace room and cut all of the copper plumbing from our hot water tank also.
So the amount of copper that the thieves took from you amounts to about how much?
They might get a couple $100 for it.
Versus how much in repair?
It's going to cost it probably at least $2,000.
After this incident, the homeowners in this neighborhood are on high alert and taking precautions.
I won't put another lockbox on my house, which is a pain because you're not here full time. So now when people want to do a showing, I have to open the door for them.
So for anyone with a home on the market, it just might be wise to have a discussion with your real estate agent about alternate security methods besides a lockbox. I'm Juanta Kaufman for TV Warn News.